Time now for Today in History. On July 31st, 2012, at the Summer Olympics in London, swimmer Michael Phelps won his 19th Olympic medal, becoming the most decorated Olympian of all time. He would finish his career with 28 total Olympic medals, 23 of them gold. Also on this date, in 1715, a fleet of Spanish ships carrying gold, silver, and jewelry sank during a hurricane off the east coast of Florida. Of some 2,500 crew members, more than 1,000 died. In 1777, the 19-year-old Marquis de Lafayette received a commission as Major General in the Continental Army by the Second Continental Congress. In 1919, Germany's Weimar Constitution was adopted by the Republic's National Assembly. In 1945, Pierre Laval, premier of the pro-Nazi Vichy government in France, surrendered to U.S. authorities in Austria. He was turned over to France, which later tried and executed him. In 1957, the Distant Early Warning Line, a system of radar stations designed to detect Soviet bombers approaching North America, went into operation. In 1964, the U.S. lunar probe Ranger 7 took the first close-up images of the moon's surface. In 1971, Apollo 15 crew members David Scott and James Irwin became the first astronauts to use a lunar rover on the surface of the moon. In 1972, vice presidential candidate Thomas Eagleton withdrew from the Democratic ticket with George McGovern following disclosures that Eagleton had received electroshock therapy to treat clinical depression. In 1991, President George H.W. Bush and Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev signed the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, or START 1, in Moscow. And in 2020, a federal appeals court overturned the death sentence of Dzhokhar Tsarnaev in the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing, saying the judge who oversaw the case didn't adequately screen jurors for potential biases. The Supreme Court later reimposed the sentence. That's Today in History. Now back to more music here on PEP Radio.